Hey guys, Will here. Now I'm going to do a 1-week vegan challenge. Veganism is such a big thing that even famous celebrities like Leona Lewis, Ellen DeGeneres, and even a fellow dragon, as if I'm a dragon on Dragon's Den, right? Like Deborah Meaden even became vegan. So I think veganism is here to stay and it's just going to be more popular for years to come. Now the great thing about it is almost all of our products is vegan except for the signature one because it's got shrimp paste and fish sauce. But yeah, it means that I can still use Mak Tok's products throughout my week, which is great. Now what can I eat and what can't I eat? So I can always eat rice, noodles, tofu, seitan and tempeh that I could try. Now what can't I eat? It will be any animal-based product, so that includes dairy like milk and cheese, oh my god. And then chicken, of course, fried chicken, my favorite. So day one, I was super excited. So I started with the week by making soup. So I'm going to prepare my first meal of the day, which is my soup. By the way, I'm using my super here I got from Christmas. For this soup, I use chunk loads of vegetables. This is 1 liter of just tap water. Add that in. Vegetable stock. Then it's just closing the top and turn on the soup up. While that was cooking, I sliced up some bread using a fruit knife. Yeah, I don't have a bread knife, so I use fruit knife because it's a serrated knife, so it cuts bread, right? But yeah, I must say the soup is a bit like baby food. So there we have it, my soup and the bread. This needs a bit more salt. Not bad. So the thing about me, because when I cook, I like to cook a bigger portion so that I can have it for either the next day or for dinner. So this was what I did as well throughout the week. And so for that night, I had the same soup, the same bread as well. I did miss something though, like butter. Now for day 2, I made so much soup from the first day, so I had to drink soup again for lunch. And then right afterward, I went to the gym and I was so hungry. Oh my gosh. Right, just got back from the gym. Now I'm going to prepare my dinner, which I'm going to be making a Sohun Goring. So the thing about using glass noodles is you need to soak them in hot water first. Most of the time, you can just have them straight away once they're soft. Now normally I'll add some cabbage, but because I've got some Brussels sprouts from Christmas, I'm just going to add this in. Now it's time to cook. So what I'm going to do is just stir fry everything in my big wok. So I made a quick Google search like why do people go vegan, and I asked a few of my friends who are vegan themselves. The answer that I got was because it's better for the planet, they love all lives, animals included, and there's also a lot of health benefits. So my Sohun Goring, surprisingly, is really fragrant. And guys, here is my Sohun Goring, or Pat Wun Sen. Yeah, that's what they call it in Thailand. This is delicious, but it's spicy. Probably because I was so hungry, that Sohun Goring was amazing, like amazing. Then for day 3, I started my day with an interview. And then for lunch, I had the same thing from the day before, which was Sohun Goring. So that evening itself, I decided to make a Chinese fusion dish. I don't know about you guys, but I'm constantly hungry being on a vegan diet. I don't know why. So I made a spicy stir-fried beans, and these are like stringless beans. So the trick to this is actually to deep fry those beans first and then take them out, then only you cook with the rest of the sauce. This is actually a technique I learned from a Chinese chef. So it's a Sichuan kind of style cooking. So I love this, honestly. And once you have it with rice, it's amazing. So that meal was super satisfying, honestly. I'm just gonna heat up my leftover rice that I got in the microwave, and then I can enjoy my dinner. I'm so hungry. Yummy. I'm so hungry. On day 4, I was craving for Malaysian food, like, oh, Malaysian food in my mind. I went to a local Tesco and got myself a cucumber. As you know, I love my Nasi Lemak, so a vegan challenge would not be complete without a Nasi Lemak. One of the challenges was to find a substitute for crispy anchovies. Hence, I used carrots and tried to make it crispy, sort of like savory chips. Guys, guess what? It tastes pretty good. Although, of course, you don't get that umami taste that you get from crispy anchovies, but it does the job. Heard that other chefs, and even I myself in the past, used seaweed, and I don't know why on that day I never thought about seaweed. So, well, yeah, because I didn't have seaweed in my cupboard. The Nasi Lemak was so good, guys. Oh my god, it was one of the best meal I had on that week by far. because it's so satisfying and it filled me up so nicely. I'm gonna eat it a traditional way, which is using my hands. Nasi Lemak, I can have it every day. On day 5, I got a bit of time in my hands, so I thought of making something amazing for myself. Went to the local Asian grocers and got myself some ingredients like tofu. And then I decided to make a Japanese vegan bento. First of all, let's get some shiitake mushroom. Give it a wash and then just to remove the excess dirt. Then I'm gonna soak it in hot water just to soften it. My Japanese vegan bento is so delicious. I've got like cold soba noodle that I dip it in with my miso soup. So yeah, my soba noodle is done. Just gonna set it aside and I'm gonna prepare my miso soup as well as my sweet chili crisp tofu. I'm using the water that I used to soak the mushrooms as the base of my soup. Because I've got quite a bit of shiitake mushroom left over, I turn it into a sort of like a marinated soy mushroom side dish. Now that it's all done, let's start pan frying our tofu slices and to make our sweet chili crisp tofu. Believe it or not, I used to be a vegan for a year when I was living in Cameron Highlands with my mom. She was a volunteer at a Buddhist temple, and every time after school, I used to volunteer there as well. So what they feed us was a vegan meal. So now what the hell is Japanese? Well, it stands for Japanese Malay Vegan Bento. Japanese Malay Japanese, ha! Hashtag cool. Now. Now, come to today's sake, I got a bit lazy to be fair. I almost forgot to show you what I'm making for tonight for my vegan challenge. Today is day 6. Yeah. I made some congee. Essentially, it's watered down rice and I added some carrots, tomato and tofu pieces in there, season it with a bit of salt. This is just a really simple dish. Now, when I was a kid, Mom always made congees to make sure that we drink, because we don't drink enough water. So congee was one of the things to keep us hydrated, especially when you're living in Malaysia, such a hot and humid country. Now, in all Asian culture, well, not all Asian, I would say more like Malaysian culture, is that if you got any symptoms like headache, migraines, or even like flu symptoms, your leg is hurting, or maybe you tripped and fell on the side of the road, it's all because you did not drink enough water. You did not drink enough water. It's the last day of my vegan challenge, and right now I'm a bit busy today. It's a Monday, of course. So I just went to the shops to buy some ready meal. Work has been crazy busy today. Instead of making myself dinner, like cooking proper dinner, I am doing another ready meal. This time, a pizza! This is a barbecue chicken pizza, and it's vegan, by the way. Not tried this yet, so I'm quite excited to know how it tastes like. Now, no pizza will be complete without Mak Tok's hot sauce. It's not too bad. Certainly not the best pizza, but it's alright. So what's the verdict of this vegan challenge? Did I lose any weight? The answer is no, because I've been snacking so much. I've been eating like vegan chocolates, bananas, and then so much crisps that I could even think of, like bags and bags of crisps. I'm not joking, because I'm just so hungry all the time. Did I feel any healthier? Well, I must admit something. I poop a lot, like a lot. On this diet that I went on, a vegan diet, I poop almost 2 to 3 times a day. I was like, oh my god, I poop so much. And now I understand why horses and cows have so much poop. Yeah, it's because they're on a vegan diet. Like, oh my god. Was it easy? I don't think it's as easy, especially when I am so used to different types of ingredients, tasting different types of food, and all of a sudden restricting myself to a vegan diet itself was quite a challenge. Did I cheat? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. On day 3, after gym, I went to the local chippy because I was passing by and I was so hungry and the smell was so good. I just bought a fish and chip. I took a bite on the fish and then I was like,
damn, well, you're on a vegan diet.
Because I don't want to waste it, like you don't spit it out, so I just swallow it and like enjoy it and savor the taste of fish. And then I passed the whole thing to Shang and then he had it all and I was like, and I went back to, well, at least I've got my spicy stir-fried beans with rice. So now if you're on a vegan diet, please share with me your experience on how did you transition from that to a full vegan regime. And even more interesting one would be if you were vegan and then switching back to a non-vegan diet, and what was the factor that made you go on like, all right, I'm gonna stop my vegan diet now, I'm gonna try a whole lot of new stuff. Let me know in the comments down below, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you got any questions or suggestions, just pop them in the comments down below as well, and I'll see you next time. Jumpa lagi!